on their very first possession.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Prescott off play action. To Lamb, he pulls it in. What a catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
54. Mike, 54. 47.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 42's the mic, boys. 42.
Brady now on 1st down.
Go time, baby.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21. One-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and that is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big playability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Prescott's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
52's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here we go. Come on now, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Kill.
Check. Here we go. Mike's 5-4.
Prescott on first down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You go 99.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
You ain't got nothing.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Come on. Check. Hey, check it. Fred. Check.
Hey, check it.
From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Good job. Good stop, baby. Good Shadow. Good stop.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30.
Oh, my goodness.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 21-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Amari Cooper. 56 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They'll set up the screen to Elliott, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down and 3.
Check. 42's the mic.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go for it. Let's go. Stand it.
Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Mike 42.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. Kill.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumps it off to Fournette. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. A shotgun give to Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. To throw is Brady.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight dog. Tag him. Jam. Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift.
Go Bandit. 72.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Hey, here we go.
On play action, now Brady. Incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Brady throwing complete here to Fournette.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And some room to roam now. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now Leonard Fournette. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll throw with Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and the lead now up to 14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First down, Prescott.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Brady. Gonna air it out deep for Gronkowski. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30.
And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And I think they are gonna get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Watch out. Switch. He's coming. We got cover.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Brady to throw for it on fourth down.
To Evans on the slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Let's go. Mike 42.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Bang. Slam. Check 31.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Fournette. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Now Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Watch the run. Alert. Check 43. He's checking.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. Squeeze, double. Mike,
now Dak.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Wait, 20. Watch the screen, watch the rip. Watch the screen. Wait, 28.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
To throw, it's Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Alabama. Run you over. Hey. Check. Crunch.
Here's a give to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Mike 55. I got you. Check.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Mike 55. Come off the ball hard. Alert. Mike 55. Hey, ball 60.
Here's Brady to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Now Brady again. It's caught by Mike Evans. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. There's Evans again, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, 66.
Hey, watch it.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 32 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored, they're pretty tired right now.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a halt. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check pass. Check pass.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. Now we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And who we got?
They give it to Peterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They don't want it, fellas.
Tannehill now to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. On 4th down, Tannehill. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. On 1st down, Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Brady now on 1st down. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw is Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
So we got man.
Ozzy. Check Ozzy.
Check 24, check 24. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
Fournette, a first down carry, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 7.
Watch 55. Hey, tank. Mike, 55.
Now a play fake. Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now Brady.
To Evans on the slant. And the Bucs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Single. I got a single on the slot. Watch safety creep.
Second down and goal. Brady looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Here's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Looked like they felt like there was just way too much traffic, so instead of trying to run through the pile on third and goal, they tried to take it outside. But how about that pursuit by the defense? Way too much for them, and they held him up short of the line of scrimmage and the goal line.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on fourth and goal. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Here's a screen to Powell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. They're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On first down, Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Mike's 5-4.
To throw again on second down, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill steps away. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Off play action, Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Trying to improvise. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
They'll roll him out right. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that one makes it 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Alabama.
SOS.
53, lead now. 66.
A handoff to Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Brady throwing complete here to Fournette. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Tight dog. Hey, Bolt 66.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown pass as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 21-7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything. And here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Julio Jones, his second touchdown of the night.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady.
He'll drop this off for Bernard.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady going to throw.
A quick pass here to Godwin.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. From the 38, Brady.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw, Brady.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Alabama. 380. 54. 72. Alert! 72. Let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe. D. Hey, bolt 66. Regular. Nickel. Hatchet. 72.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch the edge. Watch out.
On the draw, this is Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Round 80. 55. Rip right. Switch. He's coming. 72.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last throw here for Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.